Is everybody at?
Yeah, but then I'll do my best.
Negator AIDS. It comes in spades. He didn't bite through. Too good to be true. Just broke the skin, but still spelled my end. He carried the sickness, and you were my witness. That motherfucking negator just gave me AIDS.
It puts the lotion on its skin.
Why are you gonna go around giving people AIDS, negator?
That's not nice. You gotta tell people you got that before you partake.
I just tested, like, whatever is bad for AIDS.
But of course, the internet says that AIDS is a hoax, so I believe it.
Oh, shit. Cool. Never mind then.
And
Hey, we don't know about it. It doesn't affect us.
Yeah, it's like until you start taking the medicine.
Though I do recall seeing a rainbow inside to where they was something was going on where they had a garden hose and they was spraying down the auditorium gymnasium floor with an actual garden hose. Then a slight water fight broke out to where they done the mist of the water into the air, and it seems to me I did see a rainbow, but I'm thinking back to back then, prior to I ever knew that Earth was a topic. The shape of Earth was a topic, and then if I did actually see what I think I saw, is there other explanations such as the rounded light bulb or the block-shaped windows that had texture to them? They weren't smooth pane glass windows. So there's a multiple
thing. You saw a curved rainbow?
I'm thinking I did right along the edge of the mist. But then again, I'm thinking back. Do I want to think this? Did I really see it? Am I imagining it? I don't know. I would have to try to reproduce it. But what I think in my head, I think I saw it.
Well, I tried just about everything. I tried curving the water, using pretty much plastic containers that would hold the water in a curve to make it do it. It wouldn't work. I tried, just all different types of ways. The mist of the water was straight in an arc to try and make the light bend that way. But I can never make the actual spectrum, the colors of the rainbow curve until I did the mirror itself.
You know how to do
it?
You got to move
I do now.
I would have to believe somebody like
you got to
yourself.
Move the water.
The water is in movement. The water is in movement while you're spraying it out the garden hose.
Yeah, absolutely, it is.
But,
no, I'm spraying. I'm using spray. I tried it all different ways. I just tried to
mist,
make it where I wouldn't do it unless I had that curved mirror, and I couldn't do it until I got that curved mirror.
I'm saying, if you want to curve water, like
you're curving light.
If you want to curve water on a ball, you got to move it.
A rainbow's curving light, though.
If you have a ball that's 25,000 miles in circumference, and you smack water all over that ball, the only way you can keep the water on that ball is if the water and the ball are moving at the same time. That's the
why is it when we soak down a tennis ball and throw it in a motion of spin that all the water spins off of it?
That's because it's completely different. Gravity's a weak force. So
gravity's a theory. It's still trying to be proven today. 2016, February 2016 was the last test performed to try to prove the theory of gravity.
Gravity is it's a bitch. But what has been proven is a fabric of space and a fabric of time.
That time of the fourth dimension is also a theory.
It's really hard for me to explain this. I'm gonna try to not to jack it up, but say you can be going.
I understand the concept of the theory, but I also understand it's a theory.
No, this isn't a theory. Okay, this is like you could test this with yourself. Say you're going west. That's the only direction you can go is west, or you can go north. Okay, so you have two directions, west and north, and you can only turn right. If you stop turning right towards north, you go back to west. Right? So that's it. You just have two ways you can go. Now, if that's all you have to work with is those two directions, You have to remember the ball is 25,000 miles around, right? That's what we're
24,901, yeah.
what we're being told. So no matter how far you go in that direction, it doesn't matter. Either way, north or to west, or anywhere in between north and west. Keep going up in that direction for 6,000 miles, and you're right, you'll still be flat. So how do you keep the water on that ball without gravity? You move the water. You don't need a theory. You just move the water. That's what water can curve around a ball by moving. And if you look at the oceans, they're always moving. You see a tennis ball, the water flings off of it because it's not moving correctly. If you could get the water to move around the ball, and it would stay on there rightly. If it moved relative to the ball, that's where relativity is real. So now, just to prove that fact really quick, without butchering this, like I said, you have west and north. There's only two directions you can go. When you're traveling west at 5 miles per hour, you're going 5 miles per hour, and time is going still. But once you turn north, everything slows down until you're going absolutely north again. And you could test this in your car. Go 5 miles per hour in your car, right? And then make a perfect right-hand turn, 90 degrees. You could be going 5 miles per hour while you're making that turn, but you're still going slower, and you're traveling less distance because you're turning. So that's proving relativity. And that's actually proving a space and time quantum. We're in a fabric. There's a time quantum here. And you can get off of the time page. It's proven that mass affects time. So I agree with you that gravity is a theory, absolutely. But space, there's absolutely space. I'm not talking about outer space. I'm talking about space.
Yeah, it was wild. Screw the game, it's all going down. Nah, man, we're just about to build it right up, bro. 'Cause I'm saying we got like so much good news coming, is how I feel. Like in my estimates, so people are studying. I've talked to some great people the last couple of days. I feel like seeds have been planted. I feel like this is like holy work, you know? Talking about flat Earth, pissing everyone off. I mean, it's all part of the bustle. It's like, and anyone who's on this is like, I look at anyone who's paying attention to any of this stuff as probably some of the most intelligent people on the planet. The fact that you even know how to I know there's people without internet, and then there's people that have internet but they don't know how to use it, and then there's people who got the internet and they figured out Facebook, and then there's people who got the internet that figured out this or that for work, and then there's people that have got all that down, and then they find this, and you can like come and like really, you got to be pretty smart. I think God bless all y'all to even get, and everyone I've met here has a vocabulary to die for.
I know, right?
Really, man. There's a couple dudes that I am, I gotta say, Jem Panda, dude, fucking, his vocabulary is just unreal to me. I'm fascinated by it. And cathexis, man, cathexis. When those two are going back and forth, even Tim Osman is good. He's like, it's like an Ace too, man. Ace freaking coming out left field with amazing words and insight. You guys are amazing. I'm so locked around these people. You know the deal. Most people here around, they don't think. That's why I say there's that level. This is such a cream.
To me last night, actually, last week, actually, because I went to this grower that I haven't seen in years. He has a farming store. He sells fertilizers, this and that, or whatever. Well, we were talking here and there, and suddenly he's like, "Oh no, cause it's freaking unbelievable the magic of the internet, And I was hearing him paying attention. And he was like, "Yeah, because I laugh so much. There are so many funny videos out there." And I'm like, "Oh no, I don't laugh at the internet. I do research on it." And you should have seen how his face changed. The poor guy didn't have anything add to the conversation because he realized what a I mean, not that it's a horrible use, because I mean everybody has the liberty to use internet for whatever the fuck they want, but I look for fun in other situations instead of sitting in front of the monitor and watch funny videos. I go outside to have fun. I use this weapon to instruct myself, He couldn't say a word about it.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, you go and keep watching those funny videos. I'm going to keep doing my research and like talking about all the things that we have been talking about,